Extra Point.
Welcome back to the Extra Point. We're week 8 now in college football.
Yo.
We got the same stuff we're going over pretty much here. I'm Gaige, joined in with my buddy Chandler over here on the other side of the room.
Let's go.
If you're watching on TikTok, go ahead and switch over to YouTube or Facebook. You can see some graphics up here, and you can see Chandler as well. If you guys want to comment anything in the comments down below, we'll go over any questions, any topics you have, or if you just kind of want to join in with the conversation, go ahead and do that. But today we're going to be starting by looking at the AP poll that was put up for week number 8.
I'm trying to pull up the chat over here. Alrighty.
So week 8, Ohio State's now, or they're still at 1.
Yep.
Miami 2, but Indiana jumps up to 3 after beating Oregon. A&M, Ole Miss, Alabama, Texas Tech, Oregon, Georgia, and LSU round out the top 10. LSU makes its way back in the top 10. A lot of change from last week.
Yeah.
A lot of losers in the top 25, as you can see up there. Nebraska makes it in. Cincinnati's in.
Memphis was 25.
Texas back in. USF goes up to 19.
FSU drops. They
Yeah.
were 25, I think.
They were.
BYU goes up.
Is USF the only non... Oh, no, Memphis is there too. So 2 non-Power 4 schools in there now with USF and Memphis. One of them are going to be looking to make the playoffs. They got to win out pretty much, though.
Yep.
They're not in the same conference, right? Or are they? I think they are.
Who, Memphis and who?
USF. They play the 25th, actually. That'll be a big game for
What was that next week?
both of them. It'll be...
If I get my math right.
So USF plays FAU this upcoming weekend, then they'll play Memphis the weekend after. That'll be a big game. Probably the winner of that game will make the well, I guess they might face off in the AAC championship as well. But big matchup for those two schools. But anything up there really shocking to you? Indiana's 3. No one really had them that high coming into the season for sure.
You think Oregon would beat Georgia?
Yes.
Okay.
Right now, I do.
No, I think it's pretty solid.
My team up there, Georgia Tech.
Where was USF at last week?
Huh?
Where was USF at?
They were like 23, 22-ish, somewhere right around there. They were like very, like just on the border. And then they beat last week. Who'd they play? North Texas. That was supposed to be like a big game. North Texas was undefeated, and now they're at the top. So
I think it's pretty solid.
Yep. Bunch
Oregon
of SEC
drops.
schools in there. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Got 'em.
8, 9, 9 SEC, 10 SEC schools.
Do you see the YouTube chat? Because I don't.
It's by far the best conference. Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, I see it.
All right, that's fine.
Joshua Webster, we just started a couple minutes late. We didn't miss anything first 8 minutes.
We had some.
A lot of games last week. Last week was a big week of college football.
Yeah, it was.
For big games. And
Let's,
this week as well. There's like 4 or 5 ranked matchups this week. So a lot of good. We're like in a good point at college football. Week 8, I think there's.
You know what? We went out of order.
Oh, yeah. Well, we can go over that after this.
I thought you were leading me up to go to that. Last week was a good week. And then we're going to.
Yep. Go and see our pick records. For you guys who don't know, at the top right corner, you can see we have a $25 bet for the season. Whoever has the best picks, we'll do our picks at the end of the show.
1-by-1.
Betting on the point spread. Yep, I gained a game last week. As you can see, I'm at 6-9 now, and Chandler's at 7-8. I like my spot right here. I think I'm in a great spot to make a charge.
You went 3-2 last week. I went 2-3. It was.
Mm-hmm. And then
this week we
got another group of big games.
You don't
coming
know
up.
my picks, but I know yours,
Mhm.
and we kind of disagree on a good bit.
I'm excited. I'm gonna gain a couple. Hopefully that'll work out for me.
Let's see what else we got.
we're gonna go ahead and. So we've
Sweet.
been doing.
We've been doing winners. So we've been doing winners and losers after the AP poll, and it was based on the previous week, so we changed it up this week, and we're gonna do winners and losers halfway through the season.
Yeah.
So it could be a player, a team. I only picked teams. I don't know what you
Yeah.
did, but
Well, we kind of decided this week to do teams, or I think we were talking about it since we're doing like midway through the year. That we're just gonna get 2 teams that kind of shocked us. One good shock, one bad shock for this far through the season.
oh wow,
Um,
got a lot of comments. It's not working on my end though. What were you saying?
we're gonna
Sorry to
do
cut
winners
you
and
off.
losers. You're getting sidetracked over here.
Yeah.
My winner through this part of the season is Indiana. As you can see, they're coming in ranked 3. Last season, Indiana was 11-2. Their only 2 big games were against Ohio State and Notre Dame, and they lost both of them. Notre Dame being in the college football playoff. A lot of people are saying, "Wow, they snuck in." Like the college football playoff committee has to look at a better way to vote and not just the record because they didn't play anyone. Tell that to Kurt Signetti this year because they are on a roll and they just beat a top 3 team in Oregon at the time. They've completely reloaded on offense and defensive side of the ball. Looking at the rest of the schedule, I can see them being undefeated up until that Big Ten championship game. So I don't see, as of right now, Indiana missing the college football playoff and going into the year with Oregon, Penn State, Ohio State, all those schools looking like they're going to be in the college football playoff already. For Indiana to be like almost not guaranteed in, but a really good chance of being in right now, I think they're in a great spot.
Yeah, that's a good one. I said winner was Georgia Tech. I think that shocked a lot of people that they're highly up there. And you said our first, I think it was our first show. You said that they're gonna win the ACC championship, which is looking like that way right now. They're 6-0. They're number 1 in the ACC. They've won over Colorado, Virginia Tech, Wake Forest, and Clemson. I think Clemson was the week 1 game, I believe, or week 2.
Who?
Somewhere around
Georgia
there.
Tech?
Yeah.
That might have been. It
2
was
or
2
3?
or 3. Yeah, it wasn't week 1. They played LSU.
They've shown that they're a really good football team, although they do have a big matchup this weekend against Duke. So we'll see how they play against another ACC team. I think they're 2 or 3-0 in ACC, so
Yeah,
pretty solid. They're number 1.
they're my underdogs for the year.
Underdogs.
The
They've had a
Yellow
good
Jackets.
season.
Even though I'm a Georgia guy,
Yeah.
I still like Georgia Tech. I used to like when they used to ran the triple option offense.
Yeah. They
Somehow,
got
somehow Calvin Johnson came from that school. Beats
Did he?
me. Yeah.
Huh.
And then my loser for the season so far, I was kind of debating through a couple teams, but I'm gonna pick Texas. I know Texas is kind of like on an upward trend, just beating Oklahoma. They're now ranked again, but starting out as the number 1 seed in the country coming into the year, the preseason rankings, which I know that doesn't really matter at all. They had a rough start against Ohio State week 1. Offense and defense was behind schedule. The offense has been missing throughout the whole year pretty much. Arch Manning hasn't been great. They've had some injuries and the running backs and I think a couple receivers as well. But Texas going into the season, they're supposed to be one of those top dogs, and they just lost to 2 weeks ago. They lost to one of the worst schools in the SEC at the time, or at least I thought. I thought Kentucky was the worst, and I thought Florida was the second worst. Maybe Florida's a little bit better than we thought at the time. They're kind of playing a little bit better now, but still, Texas is now 4-2. So they somehow beat Oklahoma last week. I doubt they make it anywhere in the SEC. So I think Texas is going to be missing out on the college football playoff this year and a really bad season for them.
That's pretty solid. I'm just reading some of the chat. Palmer says Georgia Tech's gonna win. Seth said Oregon's dropping that much is dumb. What do you think about that?
Yeah. Okay. So if Ohio State would have lost to Oregon, do you think Ohio State drops out of the top 5?
That's to me or Seth? Or both?
I'm just talking to you. I can't really hear what he says back.
Well, you can read. I I would say no.
I mean, it's
They've
just
been
tough.
there all year.
I'm gonna go. Well, let's pull up the AP poll again.
All right.
Since you asked this.
Got another comment after we finish that.
So, if Texas A&M loses, and they're in that same boat, Oregon was 3 last week. Texas A&M is 4. If Texas A&M plays Georgia per se, and they lose, do you think they'd drop out of the top 10? I don't think so. But I do think they should drop to that middle of the pack, like 7, 8, 9 range. Like I think they should still be above LSU. So I think it's hard to gauge because it is a week by week ranking. So Oregon does deserve to drop, and I just don't know. I mean, where else are you going to put them? Above Texas Tech, maybe? I see that dropping to 7, but other than that, I don't think they'd earn a good spot.
There's a reason behind it. Joshua Webster says, "Hey, Chan and Gaige, what do you think on Billy Napier?" I think he's gonna be gone.
One more loss.
One more loss, he's gone. That's your opinion?
I don't know. He'd probably stay for the rest of the year. There's no point of firing him in the middle of the season. Their season's over anyways.
Yeah. My loser is Clemson. Clemson was ranked number 4 in the preseason AP poll, so they're supposed to be really good. They're 3-3. They lost to LSU, Georgia Tech, and Syracuse. So they have been really bad this year. So
I agree.
It's one of the biggest losers, I believe.
And they were supposed to have like the best roster.
Yeah.
Supposedly. What about Dabo? You think Dabo goes? James Franklin just left. You think if Clemson drops another game, you think Dabo's gone? I mean, they're 3 losses, right?
Yeah.
So realistically, if they finish the season 9-3, he's probably not going to leave.
Yeah.
It's not a terrible
if they went
year.
out, he's not leaving. Maybe 2 more losses.
Dabo's a great guy. I like Dabo Sweeney.
Yeah, he is. 2 more losses, he's gone. Seth says, rumor has it that Sunday Billy's gone.
I mean,
guess we'll see.
Florida fans, they better do some voodoo or something.
Yeah.
Better get your wishes in. He probably will be. I hope for Florida that he's gone.
I like week before they loved him.
I like Florida being a little, at least somewhat better than they are now, because I don't like Georgia just whooping up on them every freaking year.
Yeah, but they always going. All the fans go in the game thinking they're going to win. They still do this year.
Well, yeah, anything can happen in those games.
Yeah, it's a different game. Let's see what we got.
We're gonna talk about some of the games from last week. Oklahoma and Texas. I'm gonna start with that one. So Oklahoma and Texas, John Mateer ends up playing. He was like a question going into the week, and he throws 3 interceptions, 202 yards. Shout out to Texas defense. Like we said, Texas defense is pretty good.
Yeah,
their offense has been what's struggling, but when you hold someone to 6 points, it's really hard to lose. Arch Manning throws for 166 yards and a touchdown. Still not like anything impressive, but he didn't turn the ball over, so you got to give him credit there. And Contavious Weiser is back, and he's a pretty good running back for Texas. He kind of gives them a boost in the run game. They had a kick return for a touchdown. They looked solid, but we'll see how they fare this upcoming week. Who do they play?
Texas.
They play Kentucky. So, I mean, they got their upcoming games. They got Kentucky, Mississippi State, Vanderbilt. Those are their next 3. Then they finish with Georgia, Arkansas, A&M. So, I mean, Texas has a chance to – they'll probably end the year ranked, I would say. They might win their next 3. I don't see them beating Georgia or Texas A&M, but still, they might end the year decent, 9-3 maybe.
Well, looking at the
8-4.
stats of the game, Arch Manning didn't even throw over 200 yards.
Yeah.
21 for 27, 166 yards.
He just
1 touchdown.
He just managed the game.
Yeah,
really.
he did. He had 34 rushing yards. So not bad.
That was my call, though, for last week. I called this game.
This is the game I lost.
That's how I gained up on Chan.
John Mateer was 20 for 38, 202 yards, 3 interceptions, 0 touchdowns. That'll lose you the game. Let's see. Deion Burks had 5 receptions, 64 yards, which was the most for them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
kind of a shock.
Yeah.
Oklahoma drops a lot in the rankings, too, because of it.
Oklahoma was winning 6-3 at half.
Yeah.
So, it had a good ball game.
And if they didn't turn they threw a pick at halftime in the end zone, too. So, I mean, think about it. If they get a touchdown there, they're up 13-3 at halftime. It's like a completely different game, and the momentum shifts, which is very similar to the next game I want to talk about, which is Georgia and Auburn. Georgia's offense in the first half was completely non-existent.
What they have, 20 yards? It was,
It was something crazy.
and like 2 rushing yards.
Yeah, I think it was 2 rushing yards at halftime. I mean, we were watching this game. We were pulling. I was mind blown about how bad the offense is. Something's got to change with Georgia. But looking at this game, if you guys didn't watch, there's that cool video. We can't show the videos. We tried.
Get in trouble.
Yeah, one time we got in trouble from YouTube. But Jackson Arnold goes for the QB sneak over the goal line, kind of like the Trevor Lawrence play against the Chiefs, where I was literally inches, not like maybe like literally 1 inch from scoring. The ball gets punched out. Georgia recovers it, and that kind of shifts the momentum there. They go down and
They
kick.
should have scored a touchdown there, but the
Yeah,
refs
they
weren't even
called
looking
it
at the
dead.
ball.
They weren't paying attention.
They weren't at all. That should have been a touchdown.
But then Georgia
Georgia.
kicks the field goal, kind of gets a little bit of momentum, and then they shut out Auburn in the second half. So the defense has been
what was it? The third. What was it? Like the last 2 minutes of the first half.
it's like a million penalties.
Like there was a targeting, a roughing the passer. That was crazy. Then I think at the end, Georgia didn't end up scoring on the drive, but the Kirby thing, like.
He fakes the timeout.
Say he was clapping.
That
I
was
saw something on.
that was kind of like a little bit of some
Bush League.
Yeah, that's the word.
As a Georgia fan,
Georgia's run game was not existent
good.
in this game. Gunnar Stockton leads the way with 26 rushing yards.
Yeah, that's not good.
Nate Frazier only 24 yards on 10 carries.
What else? I remember the trick play they tried from Dylan Bell.
Yeah, a pass down the sideline.
It was wide open.
You know what I wish to see from Georgia is their play calling to be better, because you got weapons. Zachariah Branch is one of like the fastest guys in the SEC, but you keep getting him the ball at the line of scrimmage.
Go-to's little
the screen passes. It's like the way that football is now. When you have these like offenses, they're like they try to be too cute with everything, and they're throwing screens, and they're like run plays pretty much that you're starting from scratch, and you have to have a whole bunch of rack.
Yeah, that was a crazy game.
I
thought we were gonna lose.
Get the ball vertical. Yeah, I did too, honestly. Kim Coleman has a decent game, 7 catches for 50 yards. But same with him, they're not using him in the right way. Kim Coleman is a big physical receiver, and his longest catch of the game was 12 yards.
Yeah,
you got to get those guys down the field a little bit more. Next game from last week.
Where's Swayze at? He hasn't been in the chat. He's been in the chat every week.
I don't know, man. Yeah, we don't have the real ones in the comments are there.
Yeah. We got a new guy.
Seth said, did Kirby clap? Yeah, so he was like calling timeout down the sideline, and then when the referees called timeout, he was saying that he was clapping.
Well, when I saw a video and someone explained it, was like, you can read his lips, and he was like, they're clapping.
Yeah, I know, but then I think the referees misinterpreted it and thought that Kirby was saying he was clapping, so that's why they took the timeout away. And the play clock was at like 1, and so
yeah, it was.
They didn't give us the delay game; they gave us a whole new.
Just restart.
Yak and rack is the same thing. Joshua Webster. Yak is yards after catch. Rack is run after catch. So it's really the same thing. Will Georgia ever beat Alabama? Yes, they will.
We got a rose
in the SEC championship. Shout out! We got a rose from who?
Olivia Bishop.
Shout out Olivia Bishop with the rose. We got our first rose on TikTok.
Let's go.
We've been saying we wanted a rose.
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
Next game for the Florida fans out there.
We got a dolphin.
A dolphin?
Send a dolphin.
I can't do a dolphin noise.
From?
I don't know.
Huh.
A&M and Florida played last week. Lagway threw for 245 and 2 touchdowns. Didn't throw a pick. Marcel Reed throws for 234, 1 touchdown and an interception. Florida has another chance here. High scoring first quarter, 14-14 each team, back and forth. And then from there, Florida's offense just kind of shut down. Dudley scored 3 points in the rest of the game. A&M puts up 34. Just when we think Florida has a great game against Texas, they get blown out against A&M, which is, understandable. A&M's a pretty good team. Florida was 1-10 on third downs.
Yeah.
That's not very good. And they did turn the ball over twice, so that's also not going to win you games against high matchups. And I wonder What did Dallas Wilson do this game?
Dallas Wilson.
3 catches for 20 yards. Where's this Jeremiah Smith talk?
Yeah.
Who was saying that in the chat last week?
Was it Swayze?
I think it was talking about how Dallas Wilson isn't better
Yeah,
than
it
Jeremiah
was.
Smith, and that was shut down real quick. Will Lee and Julian Humphrey, the blanket.
Yep. Let's see the stats. Pulling it up here. DJ Lagway, 21 for 37, 245 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Really not a bad game from him.
Not bad at all. Marcel Reed, 16 for 26, 234 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Jaden Ball, 18 carries, 65 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty solid.
Yeah. A&M, they controlled the ground game, ran for
Yeah.
183 yards. Anytime you outrush the other team by 100 yards, you're most likely going to win the game because that means you're controlling the clock and your offense is moving the ball. So that's always good. And then probably the biggest game last week, I would say, like the shocking one, kind of already talked about it, but then Indiana upsets Oklahoma. And in this game, Indiana jumps out to a 10-7 lead. It's kind of close back and forth until the end of the game. They kind of run away with it a little bit. They throw a pick 6 at the end of the game to try and get Oregon back into the game. But then they go down, score a touchdown, and then kick another field goal at the end of the game to get away with it. A lot of talk about Dante Moore heading into this game, about how he's like the real deal. He's a big Heisman candidate, and he was nowhere to be found. He threw for 186 yards, 2 interceptions. You're not going to beat the big schools throwing 2 picks.
Nope.
And honestly, Indiana's ground game looks good too. Elijah Surratt, he's a really good receiver. It catches 121 yards and a touchdown, and they out physical Oregon. It looks like to me when we were watching it.
Yeah.
We were kind of watching the Georgia game, but then we
tried to screen, but it was blurry.
Yeah, it was. The Wi-Fi was sucking.
Yeah.
And then we had Oregon and Oklahoma, Indiana on the other screen on the back porch, and we just kind of kept our eye on that game too. But they played fast. Their defense looks good. I think that was the problem with them last year. They didn't have much of a defense, but this year,
pretty good. You know what shocked
solid.
me? Ole Miss when Washington State played.
Oh yeah.
Ole Miss only won 24-21.
Mm-hmm. I think that's probably why the spread for this Georgia game is like the way it is.
Yeah.
I was kind of shocked to see the spread coming out this week.
And Ole Miss stayed. I mean, you can't really drop if you win, but like.
Yeah, there's no they could have. Well, they did. They
Did they
stayed,
drop a
but
little bit?
Texas A&M jumped them. So it was
Okay.
Ole Miss, Texas A&M, and then Oregon drops out.
And then the Alabama-Missouri game.
That was another
27-24.
big game.
That was another big game.
Yeah, Ty Simpson's.
We
he
picked
looks good.
that game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We both picked Alabama, and they didn't cover.
Yeah.
-3.5.
LSU, South Carolina.
Joshua Webster. I don't have the stat on how many passes were behind the line of scrimmage, but like what we were saying,
Swayze's here.
that's the way offenses ran nowadays. It's awful. It's not good to watch. I miss the days when, like the edits on TikTok where they're like, "Fa," and they like throw it deep downfield and they make catches. Fa, F-A-H.
Yeah.
Those are
Another big loss.
deep play.
Pittsburgh, Florida State. Florida State.
They're terrible. Wow, we don't never need to talk about them again.
Yeah, we don't. But they lost 34-31. Close game, but shouldn't have been close. FCU was ranked 25th. Now they are gone.
They're bad. I don't know what happened with them.
Yeah.
They beat Alabama, which is crazy looking back at it now because Alabama's like good.
I think the Florida FSU game is going to be a really good game.
Could be.
Really good game.
If I had to pick now, I'd probably pick Florida. You think you would?
No.
You think you'd?
I'm picking
That would be
FSU.
the best weekend to pick games on because it's like all the rivalry,
Yeah.
all the big matchups,
Georgia Tech
which might be good.
might be a good game.
Hey, them Yellow Jackets, they're legit.
What we got next?
We're gonna do our own version of the top 10.
Oh, I
So-
forgot to put that down. I got it though.
So I'll go. Do you want to do back and forth like last time, or
Yeah.
okay? So we'll do our own version of the top 10. We won't go to the full AP25 poll like they do because it's kind of too much. But at number 10, same as last week for me, I got Georgia Tech. They're like my sleeper. I've been saying it for like 4 or 5 weeks now that Georgia Tech's legit. Haynes King and their whole system over there, they play football. They play physical football. and physical football is what lasts, not flashy football. So they're coming at number 10 for me, and maybe they'll climb, maybe they'll stay here.
I
We'll
was
see.
going back with hold on, let me just pull this up. I was going back and forth with LSU and Georgia Tech, but I went going ahead and picking Georgia Tech.
Hey, you're hopping on the train with me.
Yeah.
Choo choo. Keep riding.
All right.
Number 9, I have LSU. So I think I still believe in LSU. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just biased. I don't know if I feel like I might like LSU a little bit, like deep down inside of me. I don't know why.
Let me see if I can find. Did you see the video of the quarterback answering questions from the media?
Nussmeyer?
Yeah.
No.
We'll just keep going. I'll try to find
He's
it.
been playing with the injury or something like that this year. And so I think that's might be a reason why the offense has been struggling. But they just have so much talent that I just don't get why they're struggling so much. I just feel like they're like a soda bottle that you're shaking up and they're just like sitting there and it's just about to like pop, you know?
Yeah. I'm trying to download this video, see if we can. So who'd you get at 9?
LSU.
LSU, all right.
Yeah.
I got Oregon.
You got Oregon at 9?
Yeah.
So you do believe they should drop
I do.
farther than what they had?
Yep.
Cool. At number 8, I have Georgia. I still don't think they've proven much, but I don't see many teams that are better than them outside of the top 10, so I have them here at 8.
At 8, I got Texas Tech.
Okay. I don't have them in my top 10.
You know?
Nope. I don't think they're proven. I think the Big 12, I hate the Big 12. They're all
Why is that?
because they don't play football. We took their 2 biggest people, Texas and Oklahoma, and now they don't do nothing there. They got Iowa State, Kansas State. You're gonna play the Nussmeyer clip?
Yeah, we'll do it after this.
Okay.
Still downloading it.
At 7 for me is Oregon. I think I have them right where the AP poll is, so
I got Georgia at 7.
okay, kind of flip flop there. 6, I have Ole Miss. I don't know. They're gonna lose eventually.
Yeah.
I don't think they're that great.
I got Alabama.
Alabama at 6?
Mm-hmm.
Dang. 5, Texas A&M. I could honestly probably put them higher. I think they're really good.
Texas A&M. I got them at 5 as well.
A bunch of talking here about the Buccaneers being better than the Jags, coming from a Jaguar fan. This is college football.
We usually end on that. Talk a little bit Jag.
Little college football here, buddy.
Stay tuned at
number 4. I have Indiana. Just see from Joshua Webster, he says Indiana number 1. Yeah, throw them in your parlay, and you'll lose money.
At number 4, I have Ole Miss.
Okay, 3 is Bama for me. I think they're the best team in the SEC.
I got Indiana at 3.
Then number 2, I have Miami.
I got Ohio State.
And 1 Ohio State.
And 1 I got Miami.
There we go. Top 2
Let's
are the same. Pull up this Nussmeyer clip real quick. I want to hear this. This is live reaction. Yeah, I can't hear that.
Hold on. Let's restart it.
What changed and what kind of led to, I guess, your performance from last week?
Yeah, I think just for one, just everything that I was kind of going through in the first couple of weeks was obviously very frustrating, and I think I let it get to me a little bit. Just a feeling of helplessness at times, a lot of frustration, and so, now just having fun playing football, and trying to get back to that, just being me and playing the game that I love to play. And so I think I lost that for a minute there in frustration. And so, Coach challenged me with that to be myself and to bring that swagger back. So, I'm just going to continue to try and keep doing that.
Yeah, I was about to say, who do you?
What do you think of that?
Oh, yeah. See, that's what I like to see. He's back, baby. Nuss is back. And remember last time a quarterback was saying how they're about to play good? Guess who it was? Do you not remember?
Was it this year?
Mm-hmm. Like 2 weeks ago.
DJ Lagway?
It was DJ Lagway. And right before they played Texas, and what'd he do?
He
He balled
good.
out. He's been balling out since then.
Yeah, he has. He's actually thrown over 80 yards. So it's pretty cool to see.
Yeah. So hopefully Nuss pops off and plays good, because I would love to see that for my own cognition.
We got Swayze saying Ole Miss is going to smack Georgia.
Maybe.
Ethan Bissell Gators to the Natty. I don't think that's going to happen anymore. They got to
No.
make the top
I'm not even
25
gonna
first.
entertain that.
That's just the Florida fans, you know?
Yep.
So we did
I think we got a
top
little
10.
bit of a game. Chandler's got a game for me, I think.
Yeah, we'll do some blind rankings, 6 teams. So we'll run up a top 6. I'll pull up a logo. You tell me where to put it.
Are you gonna rank the logo in front of me, or am I just gonna have to keep up with this in my head?
That would be up there. I just gotta find that screen. It is here. Let me do some more things here. Bang and bang. All right. 1 through
Okay.
6. Pick a number 1 through 6.
1.
All right.
Vanderbilt. And this was what are the teams here? Is it any team in college football or what?
Power 5.
Okay. So it's just the bigger schools pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Vanderbilt, I don't really think too much good of them. So I wouldn't have a problem throwing them low. I don't think they're gonna be too good. But I also feel like you would try and screw with me and put some bad teams in here.
Maybe.
So I'm gonna put Vanderbilt at number 4. I think that's a good
4.
that's a good place to start. That's like not throwing anyone too high or too low, so I still got some room to work with.
All right. Pick a number 2 through 6.
2.
We're just gonna go in order.
Yeah, just go in order. Florida. Okay. See, if I had Florida and Vanderbilt playing right now, and some people might think I'm crazy, I would probably have Florida beating Vanderbilt if they played today and played in the swamp. I just don't see Vanderbilt. Like, I think Vanderbilt's so overrated. And then, until they beat someone that's ranked pretty much, I'm not going to think highly of them.
Yeah.
But how many more teams are you going to put better than Florida? Are you going to put just 2 more teams in them?
I don't know.
I'm
Man.
going to throw Florida at number 5.
Number 5. Not bad.
I really want to. I would switch them if I could right now, but I can't.
If you're on TikTok, join in on YouTube or some podcasts. You can see the graphics. You can see me. Let's pull up number 3.
LSU. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Some better schools. It's just throwing just SEC teams up here so far.
Maybe it's all SEC.
Nah, you wouldn't have done that. LSU and Vanderbilt played this week. I think LSU is better than Vanderbilt. And I don't think you're going to put that many better teams there. So I'm going to throw LSU at number 2.
Number 2. All right. I'm going to click 6.
Oh, gosh. I don't like that you're going out of order
I
here.
don't remember where I put them.
You're just screwing me. Oh, see?
Wait, I haven't showed it to everybody yet.
Oh.
There we go.
Miami. I mean, I think this is obvious. I'm not going to put them below LSU. So throw Miami in 1, and then I know the list is screwed. Because I know you're... Okay, we can still work with this. A&M,
I'm trying to remember what I put
them at 3, and I'm just going to hope that you brought in a stinker. Why aren't you throwing any random... Like, where's like a freaking...
We can do that next week.
Why aren't you throwing in like...
I can't remember who I put here.
Like Cal or something. Why are you giving me all like...
Why not? It's
good
part of the game.
schools?
Part of
Yeah,
the
but
game.
I think you're going to... If you don't give me no stinkers, this is going to be stupid. I'm not going to like this. I'm not going to play this again.
Coming in at number 5.
6.
Oh, it's,
Who is it?
it's labeled 5. That's pretty solid.
I think I actually did pretty good here.
Yeah.
Clemson? Yeah, throw them at 6. Even though I probably have Clemson beaten.
All right, would you change anything?
Yes. I would switch. For my own sake, I'm not going to switch LSU and A&M because I just want to say I got it right.
That's what I would switch.
Yeah, but if I would switch to bottom 3 up. I would probably drop Vanderbilt to 6
What?
and put Florida at 4 and Clemson at 5.
What?
Just at the current.
I thought this was pretty solid.
I think Florida's playing good. I think Florida is better. They're better than 2 and 4 team. Like they're gonna beat Mississippi State this week. They'll be 3 and 4, and then it's not gonna look that crazy because Vanderbilt's gonna lose. They'll have 2 losses. Did they play this year? Florida and Vanderbilt?
I don't think so. check it though. Let me check TikTok real quick. We got 4 more roses from Olivia. That's awesome.
Shout out.
Got some gloves.
Any comments
I
on
think that
TikTok?
might be it. No comments. Still scrolling.
Oh, they don't play.
People coming in and out. So I think that's pretty solid. 1 through 6.
Yeah.
Good job. If we do this again, I'll throw some
Yeah, give me some.
other teams
Or don't.
in there.
But I'm gonna think you're gonna do it. So.
You might. It's a mind game.
And now we're going to be going into my favorite segment, the last segment of the week. It is the extra point pick'ems. Our week 8 picks. We'll give Chandler a second to get that up there.
I'm ready.
It's week 8.
Oh yeah.
That's why I said that.
When I was putting these logos up, I was like, I'm going to change this after. I did not.
Okay, so there we go. We got week 8 picks. First one we're going to start up there. You can see is LSU and Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is favored at -2.5, and I know they are playing at home, but doesn't that surprise you just a little bit? LSU's ranked 10th, Vanderbilt's ranked 17th. If they really think Vanderbilt is a 2.5 point favorite, they just came out with the AP poll. Why wouldn't you change that? That just means people are throwing their money on Vandy. Anyways, will LSU's offense take the leap? Who knows? The defense is good though, so I'm riding with them. Their defense probably has the best 11 in the country if you just put their 11 against someone else's 11. No strategy or anything else in there, just player for player, pound for pound. I think they're pretty good. They got to use the playmakers. I was talking about this with Georgia. LSU's offense is so condensed around the line of scrimmage that they're running screens, they're running these short passes. Get the ball down the field. You pay so much money for these wide receivers. Go ahead and get them down the field and they're all fast. They have like the fastest receiver court in all of college football. You make them use the space of the field. You got 50 yards wide, 100 yards long. Let them run wild. LSU hasn't let a team over 20 points so far this year, so if they score 20, I think they're going to win. Pavia needs to shut up and play some ball. You can't lose back-to-back weeks in the SEC, or your season's pretty much done from there because you're not going to be able to pick up the pace where you need to be. They play Missouri and Texas after this, so it doesn't get any easier pretty much. They're in a rough spot. You have to have a signature win for Vanderbilt. I think Pavia probably will outduel Nussmeier just the way Nussmeier's playing, unless the offense finally does something. But I'll take LSU at +2.5. I think they'll cover the spread, and I think they'll just win the game outright.
I wonder
anyways.
why Vanderbilt is favored.
Yeah, I don't know.
With LSU being ranked higher, not too much higher, but
I switched up the stuff here.
LSU was 10. LSU is 10, and Vanderbilt is 17. So I am sticking with the underdog, even though the points spread is higher. I'm sticking with Diego Pavia. I haven't seen much of Nussmeier yet, so I got to see more of him.
I like that.
So I'm sticking with Vanderbilt.
There we go. I just tied it up. If you want to go ahead and skip to the show next week, we're tied up at this point because LSU's going to win. So we'll be at the same. Hold on, let me see you check the point spread on this second game because
did I do it wrong?
Either I did or you did. One of the two. No, you did it right. I got it wrong on mine. I'll flip it. Now I kind of want to change my pick, but I won't. I'll be gutsy. Texas Tech ranked number 7 in the country, -7.5, playing at Arizona State. You got my pick wrong, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, it's not up yet.
Before you show everyone.
You said them?
I want not the one you have up there. The other one. I thought I texted you that. Maybe I messed up.
You did.
Huh?
You did mess up, I think.
No, I could show the. Look.
Okay.
Anyways,
maybe
Texas Tech is 6-0. Their coach actually just came out something today, and he said if you're a big guy and you play offense or defensive line and you want to ride first class, go ahead and play at Texas Tech because they got money basically. They spent a bunch of money in the portal. That Texas oil money's paying off. I would have never thought they'd be 6-0 at this point in the season. Who you would have thought would have been 6-0 possibly is Arizona State with the way they played last year. I know they don't have Scatteroo, but their running backs are still pretty good. Texas Tech looks like the team to beat in the Big 12. They're first in yards per game, second in points per game, and they're ninth in yards allowed per game on defense. So like they have a really good squad so far. I think they have probably the best chance out of the Big 12 to make the playoffs. They do. Do they play BYU? I'm not sure if they play BYU.
I don't know.
If they do, that'll be the game to watch for them. If not, their road's pretty easy. Arizona State, will Sam Leavitt play? He needs to play for this team to win. Last week they got blown out with Jeff Sims, who went to Sandalwood here in Jacksonville, to Utah. You don't get blown out by Utah. They're 2-1 in conference play. They can't drop another game if they want to have a chance at the playoffs. And they still play BYU later in the season too, so you really can't lose this game. Jordan Tyson is a dog. He's got 47 catches, 523 yards, 11 touchdowns, wide receiver 1 potential in the upcoming draft. The run game is solid. And if Sam Leavitt plays, I'll look like a genius. If not, I won't. But I'm going to take Arizona State to cover at 7.5.
Okay. So what I did was actually I flip-flopped it on accident.
Oh.
My logo on yours.
That's what it was. I figured.
So I basically just said who I'm picking.
You're okay, buddy.
That's on me. But I'm sticking with the boys that are 6-0. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna say too much about them. I don't really watch that much of Texas Tech or ASU too much. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I haven't watched
But
this.
I'm sticking with the boys. I'm going with Texas Tech.
Mhm. I haven't watched a lickety split of the Texas Tech play this year.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
I've seen Arizona State play a little bit in their late night games, but Texas Tech, And then you have next game, USC ranked 20th, traveling to play number 13 Notre Dame. Notre Dame's 4-2, USC's 5-1. Notre Dame is 9.5 point favorite underdogs, and this is one of my favorite games to watch in college football because I love both of their uniforms. It's like one of the classic games of college football. I'm definitely gonna watch. What time is this game at?
I put it down.
It's at
It's
7:30.
7:30.
Okay, we can work with that because Georgia plays at 3:30. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna turn this game on right after.
Alabama, Tennessee split screen.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not blurry.
Oh yeah, definitely. If it's not blurry, maybe we'll go somewhere else's house.
Yeah.
USC probably has the best young core of quarterback wide receiver in the country with Jaden Mavia, 1,800 yards, 13 touchdowns, 2 picks, maybe a potential Heisman guy if he keeps balling out. Mekhi Lemon at receiver, 44 catches, 680 yards, 6 touchdowns. Same USC team that we've seen in the past offensively, really explosive and electric. Defensively, you got to play some ball.
Yep.
Their defense has looked good in the last game against Michigan, but not the games before that. And you have a chance to knock Notre Dame out of the college football playoffs hopes because Notre Dame doesn't play in a conference. So if they're losing all 3 of their ranked matchups that they have this year, it's kind of hard to put them in. They've already lost to Miami and A&M. Both those teams are top 5, and both those games were super close. So I know Notre Dame is good, but they have to win out. I don't see them losing all 3 ranked matchups that they have so far and then still making it because you got to prove you can beat ranked teams if you want to be in the college football playoff, in my opinion, at least. USC isn't known for the trench work, so I think Notre Dame's run game will be there. But I'm taking USC to cover 9.5 points. I think the spread's just too much for me.
That is a lot. Both of Notre Dame's losses have been to top teams.
Yeah.
Miami, Texas A&M, which they were really close games. Let me see if I can pull that up really, really, really quick. Notre Dame, let's see. Miami, they lost first game of the season 27-24.
Mm-hmm.
Texas A&M, they lost the second week 41-40. So really close game.
Yeah.
Notre Dame's a good team. They played Purdue, Arkansas, Boise State, NC State, so they haven't really been put to the test since their last 2 losses since week 2 against Texas A&M, and that one was at home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stick with Notre Dame. They are home. Point spread's a little high, so that's what might get me, even if they win. Because if you look at their record, their big games are close.
Yeah.
So maybe they figured out their team. Maybe they're a different team than week 2 and week 1. So I'm sticking with Notre Dame.
Yeah. I'd pick Notre Dame if it was the money line.
Yeah.
Straight up. But I think 9.5. You give me 9.5 points for most of these games.
That's
It's hard.
a lot.
It's hard not to take
That's
it.
a lot.
Especially the classes or the classic games like Notre Dame, USC, or like Georgia, Bama, like games like that where there's like big teams that play each other often, they're just rarely blowouts.
Yeah.
But moving on, we have number 6th ranked Alabama playing against number 11 ranked Tennessee, and I think this game is in, it's in Tuscaloosa, whatever. Tennessee and Alabama both 5-1. Alabama's favored by 7.5 points. Tennessee's high-powered offense must be working. They've let up 30 points in 3 of their last 4 games. All 3 of those games were against SEC teams. So Alabama, if you're betting on it, bet them over 30 points. I would say they snuck away with 2 close wins against Arkansas and Mississippi State. I'm not convinced that they're the 11th best team in the country. And Alabama's the real deal. They're playing some football. Ty Simpson is establishing himself as the next guy at Alabama. He's a sophomore?
Keep talking, I'll tell you.
He's a junior, so he'll have 1 more year. There at Alabama, so 16 touchdowns, 1 pick so far. I think he's legit. I'm going to take Bama to cover 7.5 points. I know this is one of those games we were talking about where the rivalry, Alabama and Tennessee, it doesn't really matter who's good. It's always going to be a close game, but I think Alabama wins this.
Alabama had a close game last week, like I mentioned earlier, 27-24 against Missouri. Tennessee also had a close game last week, 34-31. I didn't write who that was down. I can't think of it off the
Arkansas.
top of my head. Arkansas, that's right. But I'm going to stick with Ty Simpson, like you said. He's an elite quarterback. He's in the Heisman talks. So if he continues to do what he is doing every week, he's going to be a Heisman contender.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm sticking with the Roll Tide guys and picking Alabama.
I like it. First one we've agreed on so far.
Yeah. So what we do is, if you see the middle, it's the games. It's by time, but our game of the week is always going to be at the bottom, even though Georgia's 3:30 game, which would typically be at the top since if we're going by time, but it's our game of the week. So the first game at noon is LSU Vanderbilt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like he just said, our game of the week is the only top 10 matchup of the week. Number 5, Ole Miss traveling to play at number 9, Georgia. Ole Miss undefeated 6-0. Georgia is 5-1. Georgia's favored by 7.5. And that's kind of shocking, ain't it? 7.5 point favorite?
Yeah, definitely after that Auburn.
Just the whole year. I mean, Ole Miss.
Game.
Why is Ole Miss ranked 5th and Georgia's ranked 9th if you think Georgia's going to win by 7.5? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
Lane Kiffin came out this week and he said that he doesn't know which quarterback's starting yet. He hasn't ruled either of them as a starter. Chambliss has been playing good, but Austin Simmons was hurt and he's coming back. If you remember the game last year, Simmons kind of torched Georgia and the 2 drives he played when Jackson Dart went out. I was like, dude, get this guy out of the game. It's going to be the atmosphere that I think is going to affect Ole Miss much. If you think about their offense, it's kind of like the up-tempo paced offense. I think that's harder to play in the loud crowds because you have to be like on top of it communication-wise. And so when you have the loud crowds, I think you got to slow it down a little bit, make sure everyone's in the right spots if you're going to succeed. And then this Georgia team, they got to show up in the first half. Am I right? I mean, you can't keep playing these games. You can't keep getting away with games being down so many points. Last week could have been down 17-0. That would have put the nail in the coffin. Down big to Bama. They got to show up. They need better play calling on offense. I think that's the start of everything, other offensive issues. I don't think it's the weapons necessarily. Gunner's not turning the ball over.
Which is good.
Yeah. And it's just their run game also needs help too. I don't feel like they have much of a ground attack like dominant Georgia teams have had. So their best offensive performance was against Tennessee, and they were in that game. They were throwing it down the field. They were getting
it was in overtime.
Yeah, they were getting their guys involved, and the offense looked good that game. And then I feel like since then, it's just like what kind of happened. Yeah. So I'm gonna take Ole Miss to cover 7.5 points.
That's coming from a Georgia fan.
It is coming from a Georgia fan. I hope Georgia wins. I'd rather lose this than have Georgia lose. I'd rather lose this stupid picks that we do. But I don't think they're gonna win by 7.5. It's just smart. I'm playing smart.
Yeah,
here.
it's smart. It is smart. Well, you said Lane Kiffin came out and said he doesn't know who his quarterback is. I think that's a problem. You don't know who your quarterback. Maybe he's saying that to kind of mess with Georgia. They got to study both quarterbacks. Blah blah blah. he'd be going that route. But if you seriously don't know who your quarterback is coming into that type of game, I think that might be a problem. Even though they're both good, I think that's a problem. But I think Kirby as a coach, after last week, like they definitely had some tough practices this week. Kirby definitely
100%.
put it into them. So that's why I think Georgia's going to come out and kind of look like a different team than they looked like the past couple weeks. So I'm sticking with the Bulldogs.
I hope so.
As a dog. So I'm sticking with Kirby.
And you know what, man? If you win that one, I won't be mad at you.
Okay.
I'll root for you in that one.
Thanks.
Those other three at the
We
beginning.
agreed on one. This is gonna be
This is a
shaky.
big
This
week
gonna
here.
Shake something up.
I'm only one game back from you, so I'm right there.
Yeah. We're gonna have to do
Right there at your heels. You better make sure your shoes are tied if you're gonna run.
Nah. I'm gonna run away in these picks. So I'm winning.
Let's up the money then if you think that. I'm gonna ask you every
I
week
can't
until you
change
do
the
it.
graphic. $25.
50.
20.
50.
25.
Deal.
25.
50 deal.
Good picks. Good stuff. We didn't do hot takes today because it's kind of hard to do every week. You start running out of hot takes. And my last two hot takes weren't the best. So
What
we
were they?
decided. Last week was, it wasn't horrible, it was North Carolina. Bill Belichick will be fired by the end of the year. Then the week before, I said LSU is
Did they win last
just
week?
going to go straight downhill.
Oh yeah, LSU's still there.
Yeah, they are.
You're still praying for their downfall too. You picked Notre Dame or you picked Vanderbilt.
Yeah. I just looked up North Carolina max preps.
They had a bye. It looks like, unless I'm tripping. Yeah, they had a
Yeah,
bye.
they did. They play California this week, 10:30 p.m.
They might. Oh, they're gonna be in the pits.
Yeah.
They got a rough go at it. They play Virginia still. Oh well, I don't think people expect much from them.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Woozy End had a couple comments of.
I don't see anything on the YouTube side of things. You got
No, I'm just saying we kind of end. I don't see anything else either, but we usually talk about the Jaguars, a couple things.
yeah. They played this week at 9:30. They looked awful last week.
They did look pretty bad, but Seahawks is also a good team.
They lead the league in drops and penalties.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, they're still 4-2. You're still in a good spot, but if you clean up that side of clean up the things you can control, like dropping the football and having penalties, you're not really getting outplayed much. It's more of a, I feel like that's like a lack of focus issue and discipline, dropping passes. And I mean, that's going to happen. Penalties are going to happen. But when you're leading the NFL in it, you got to kind of look internally and be like, admit to the issue and say, I got to fix that.
Yeah. I'm trying to find. Who was it that got hurt? I'm
the
drawing a
Jags?
blank. He didn't travel to London.
The Jags?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Defense player. He's really good.
know. Lloyd?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lloyd's not playing this week.
He didn't travel to London, which
I probably would. It depends. I mean, if you got a family and stuff, it'd probably be like, okay, I get to spend
yeah.
some time with my family finally in the long season. But also, like going to London. I know the Jags go every year, so it's not really a big deal. But for the other teams, if I was like, this is my first time going, I'd be like, I kind of want to go. I want to go travel and see the new places. And
Greg
stuff.
Newsom, second time in London in 3 weeks. You didn't know that.
Oh, they did play. They played the Vikings, right?
Yep. So that's some long plane rides for Greg Newsom.
Yeah, and
Which-
he got burnt.
Great start to Jacksonville, bro.
I wonder if they booed him out of the game.
They probably did.
There was always, I mean, we were at the game. There's so much Tyson Campbell hate that you
Yeah,
hear
there
from
is.
people. They're like, oh, he sucks. Get him
But
out
that's
of
just the
there.
thing with NFL. People say that about Trevor
Yeah,
too.
they hate anything.
Especially the quarterback. Everyone
Take it.
blames the quarterback.
Yeah. But we'll see if he
What was I
steps it
gonna
up.
say? They did do something different this year with London. They usually travel on like Thursdays or Fridays for the Sunday game, but they traveled on Monday. I guess I saw an interview.
Kind of shows the coaching.
Yeah, I saw an interview with Liam Cohen. He was saying, in the off season, I talked to all the players and asked what they would want to change and stuff like that. And one of the things was going to London early, getting used to that time zone, fix your sleep schedule there, because it's what 10-hour difference, I believe.
No
so.
clue.
I believe it's a 10-hour difference.
Something
So,
crazy.
That's just something with a new coach, and that's
I
pretty
like
good.
that. That's
Yeah.
better.
That's a long trip though.
It is. I want to go.
They come back and it's a bye week, right?
I don't
I'm
know.
Almost 90% sure on that. Jaguars schedule.
It
Yep,
looks
bye
like
week.
it,
Then they
yeah.
got the Raiders November 2nd.
Then they maybe can win some games. They got a tough schedule they just went through. Chiefs, 49ers, Chiefs, Seahawks, Rams. Those are all good teams. So hopefully, even if they lose this week, they play the Raiders, Texans, Chargers, Cardinals, Titans. I mean, you should win at least 3 of those games right there.
Then you got the Colts.
Yeah, Colts
That'd be
are
a
going to
really
be
good
big
game.
matchups.
That's home too.
Still got the Jets.
Colts twice.
I was
Titans twice.
talking about this a couple days ago. Somebody, the Jags, they're 4-2 right now. You play the Titans twice, that should be 2 wins, right? So you're 6-2.
You hope so.
You play the Jets, that should be a win. That's 7-2. So I was like, if you can just steal one of those games from the Colts, you'll be 8-3. And so then if you just win maybe 2 more games out of the rest of those games they play, the Raiders,
Broncos
are good.
Cardinals.
Raiders, Cardinals, if you can beat them, win the 2 games from the Titans and steal 1 from the Colts, I mean, you're in the playoffs. So I know it's easy to say it out loud, but you still got to go out there and play 60 minutes.
Still got to win.
60 minutes worth of football. But I still think they're in a solid spot
Yeah, I
to
agree.
do so.
I agree. Good stuff. We'll see about our picks.
Yeah.
We disagreed on a lot. So
Yeah, hopefully. We'll be
And
watching out.
this Georgia fan picked against the Georgia guys.
Go Rebels.
No. All right. End us.
Thank you guys for watching episode 4, week 8 of college football. Thank you on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, go ahead and switch over for YouTube. Next time we'll be live next Wednesday at 8 o'clock, most likely, unless that changes, but we'll let you guys know on the Instagram. Thank you guys for watching. Gaige, Chandler, peace.
Facebook
Facebook too. Yep.
See you guys.
Peace.